Hey guys, it's been some time since I've actually put a video up on the channel, but I've been working on a lot of stuff lately. Some things I gotta get out of the way. My channel is not gonna be anywhere near what you would call good. I'm not gonna be doing I've decided not to actually set up the camera that often just to record a build, because it often likes to take the time out of my editing and it's not that good. And at the same time, it turns what could be a 1-hour job into a 3-hour job, and two, that's just setting up the whole camera work and making sure everything's being recorded. So with that out of the way, my channel's not going to be what you would call good, and I'm sorry if it disappoints anyone, which it probably doesn't. But just in case, if you guys have any advice, just leave it in the comments below on what I could do. But I've got some surprises. I've been working on 2 or 3 projects lately that I haven't even recorded. I've recorded one of them, but I haven't put up anything on the channel about it yet. And I'm going to show off this first one. This I haven't recorded anything on yet. This has all been, if you've seen my Instagram, you've seen this already, but if you guys remember my brother's minibike, he had an ugly yellow, I think it's called a Golden Pinto minibike, and it was, it had like a little 4-horse Briggs on it or something, but I restored it, and I think I did a pretty good job. This is one of my more favorite projects that I've done, and it's sitting right here. I put a 79cc Predator on it, and repainted just about everything. This time I actually took stuff apart to do it. The reason I went with a 79 instead of a 212 is because, one, I've been wanting to do a project with these motors for a long time now, and 2, I don't need my brother getting killed. My brother is 2 years younger than me, so he's like 13, and yeah, the first time he rode the mini bike, he crashed it. Granted, he was 8 years old, but my brother seems to crash everything he owns. So we went with a small block, or what I would call small block, 79cc Predator engine, Harbor Freight motor, standard box motor. Probably the one that's often ignored, but I mean, hey, it's really nice out of the box, and I can't wait to see the way it performs. Now, this mini bike is not done yet. As you can see, we still need grips. I have the throttle housing in there. I need throttle cable. I have chain, and it needs a clutch. Now this shaft is 5/8. I haven't taken off the cardboard and bubble wrap yet because there's a keyway in there I don't want to lose. But it's 5/8. We're using number 35 chain. Not my choice, but that's just what the sprocket already had on it. So I think it turned out real good. Paint turned out nice, and I did clear coat it. Oh god, camera. I did clear coat it. That way it would last a lot longer. And it's not going to be this pretty long, so I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of it when it gets done, because he's going to be riding this on a gravel road, and because that's out where my dad lives, and he's there a lot more often. We'll be taking him back and forth, but it's going to get real dusty, and he's probably not going to want to clean it. So I'm going to take a lot of pictures of it beforehand. I'm going to show you guys eventually how I'm rigging up throttle for this motor, because they don't come with, like the 212 has a throttle acceptance area, and this, I had to drill a hole in the airbox. Don't get on to me for doing it in the airbox, because I didn't want to take apart anything else, because I was afraid I'd tear it up, because these motors have some pretty foreign parts I'm not quite used to, just the way they bolt up, and it's an aluminum block, and I didn't want to tear anything, and these things are torqued down to spec, like these little bolts right here. So what I did was I just drilled a hole in the airbox, put this little throttle piece, and we're going to run the throttle cable down along the frame right here to this little thing. I assume this is a little throttle housing. If not, that's what we're going to use it for. Going to run the boot of the cable down into this, and then if you see right here, there's a little hole. That's where the cable is going to go, and I'm going to tie it off with a stop nut. So you'll pull on the throttle, and that'll...
My life be like, ooh, yeah. My life be like, ooh, yeah. Yeah. My life be like, yeah.
Now,
Moonlight, by the way, let's pay it. Live it up for the weekend.